Hey everyone, Julia Ware here, founder of I Declare Faith. I wanted to talk on the topic of truly knowing who you are in God and believing that you are made for a purpose. So today I had parent-teacher conferences for my children. And I gotta be honest, I really don't like parent-teacher conferences. I don't like having to sit and hear the teachers talk about my kids and not that they say bad things, because I thank God I've been blessed. My husband and I have been blessed with some really sweet, good-hearted children. And I'm not just saying that. I think it's really true. But I mean, they're not perfect, right? So sitting and listening to the teachers talk about my children and then some of the challenges and challenges that they'll face the next year and things for us to be mindful of and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It can be very difficult, extremely difficult to hear those things. But I'm reminded of what the Word says. I'm reminded of what God says about us. And, when we were in our mother's wombs, each of us, excuse me, that's how each of us got here, is we were formed in our mother's womb, right? And just like God told Jeremiah, I believe it was the prophet Jeremiah, where God had told him that he formed him in his mother's womb and that he knew him. He knew him before anyone else did. He knew him before his own mother did. And he formed and fashioned him just the way he wanted him. There was a plan, there was a purpose that he had for Jeremiah's life. He knew his end before his beginning. He was made by design. And Jeremiah is no different than me, no different than you, no different than my children. So sitting in that conference today, I was encouraged within my own mind, within my own heart, that God designed my children perfectly. He designed them just the way he wanted them. He designed them for a purpose. No weapon formed against them shall prosper. Their footsteps are ordered. They have a destiny ahead of them. There's a purpose on their lives. Nothing about them was created by happenstance or by accident. They are perfect in the eyes of God, and they are going to grow into their purpose. So as I was sitting in parent-teacher conferences, I was just reminded how easy it can be for a person to allow the words of another person to define them, to define their future. And if we're not careful, we can live by that. But I just wanted to remind you of what God reminded me of today, is that, God's got you. He's got your children. And have your children declare that. That's one thing that I do with my own children that has worked so well. I said it before, and I'll say it again, is we do declarations. And we do them all throughout the day, but especially in the morning. Before my kids leave out for school, before that bus comes down the street. My husband has already left for work, so it's me that does the declarations with the kids. And I'll fire off declarations one after the other, and as I say a declaration, they'll repeat it. And one of the declarations is that I have them say, I was made for a purpose. God, you created me perfect. There's nothing missing. There's nothing broken in my life. You have great plans for me. Your favor is on my life. You know my end from my beginning. God, you love me. You accept me unconditionally. I have my children say these things to the point where they can say them now from memory. If we're running late, which seems to be more often than not lately, I am just so happy with the fact that they can do their declarations on their own. So just a point of encouragement is to just know that you are created for a purpose. God has a plan for your life. When he created you, it was intentional. It was by design. Same with your children. If you are a parent, no matter what anyone says about your child, no matter what any teacher, administrator, other parents, other students, no matter what anyone else may say, it does not matter. God has the final say, and God has designed your child by purpose. There's a plan for his or her life. And we just have to trust and believe that all things work together. Every single thing works together for the good of those who are called according to the purpose of God. Okay? All right, so be blessed. and go declare your faith and have your children declare their faith as well. Bye-bye.